Hi, good morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Can I, hello?
Your voice is breaking, sir. Not audible.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Just please be online, guys. Let me check. Yeah, guys. I don't find any problem with from my side. All of you are facing the same problem, guys, or is my voice is clear now?
Now
Is
very
it
good.
now
Now
good?
very good.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So yeah. Um. Yeah, once again, guys. Good morning, all of you. Thanks for joining this on this workshop, a free workshop on the data science, and that too on a Sunday's class. So on a Sunday's day, on a Sunday. So we know that like Sunday we have a lot of plans, but still sparing a couple of 1 hour of time, spending just allocating your 1 hour of time to this particular training session. Okay, so today's discussion actually, this is not in a technical session actually, guys. This is going to be a kind of an like I can say that it's a free workshop basically, a free workshop which we are conducting on the data science. So our main the main agenda for the today's class is so different people are having a different opinion about what is this data science. Like some of the most frequently asked questions is going to be like what we do it in data science actually first thing. So like other programming languages, will you write any programs? Okay. And apart from that, like what kind of a job opportunities you are going to find? Is Can I fit into a data science role? I was not from a computer science background. I don't have any idea about any programming. And one of the most frequently asked question is without that means is maths and statistics is required for the really for data science, how much extent it is going to be required. So these are some of the basic questions, the basic the doubts or the clarifications which most of the participants asks generally, guys. So just to clarify your whatever the just to make some like whatever the opinion you are having, how much extent you know about that, how much extent you are thinking rightly about a data science. That is what exactly I want to clarify for the today's class, guys. Today's session, the main agenda for the today's workshop is it is not a technical session actually, just what we generally do, what kind of an opportunities you can find, and really is the maths and stats is required or not, whether you can fit into the data science role, who can fit into the data science role. So these are the some of the basic questions which most of the people will ask. So to clarify that, this is the mainly the session which we are conducting from the DurgaSoft. So DurgaSoft is one of the leading training institute located basically in Hyderabad. I was not sure about that, but almost all 2 decades, maybe 2 decades will be there. And basically, initially there are the top pioneers in training of Java, and after that they have been added a lot of courses. Now, almost all I can say I was a consultant trainer for them actually. So even I was not an employee of DurgaSoft, I was a consultant trainer because I was basically a freelancing trainer. I works for various training programs. So as of now in Hyderabad, if I say that DurgaSoft is one of the leading and dedicated for the trainings and mostly latest technology. No other institute was there which is providing that many training programs, connecting multiple training programs actually. Really, they have a lot of training programs starting from Java or C, C++, Unix, Linux. So many, even some DevOps, AWS, almost all the courses completely what a software industry required. Almost all they are providing all the trainings with multiple trainers and all across the India. We can say that actually. And we know that pandemic has brought all this technology change. Previously, if you want to get a training, you have to come to Hyderabad. Offline trainings only, mostly offline trainings was there. But after the pandemic has came, so how the technology has been changed, we have been seeing that. Okay, so just I don't want to take much time for you. So just before just starting, just let me introduce myself. I just want to just 2 minutes. I just want to let you know about what is my expertise and all these things. This is Vamsi Krishna Guttula. This is Vamsi Krishna. Almost all having somewhere around 20, closer to 20 years of experience. My complete specialization is on the data science. Not data science, data related. From last 20 years, I was working in the data related technologies. Like I was an expert in the database technologies, both development as well as admin part, and business intelligence, big data systems. And as of now, it is data science and data engineering related training programs. Worked for various corporates, also. I was into the training programs of various corporate level trainings. And I also have done one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad, one of the top IIIT, Hyderabad and Delhi. These are the top IIITs, which was initially started with the initiation from our president of India, the old president, the former president of India, the missile man. So he's the APJ Abdul Kalam. So with his initiation, this IIITs has been came into the existence actually. So this is something about myself. So I don't want to just spare much time about that. So just quickly, so I don't want to run any presentations, guys. So no presentations, okay? So it is not a corporate level training, okay? In corporate level trainings, we'll use the presentations actually. So it's not like an corporate level training actually. Corporate level trainings are nothing but they know the technologies, they know how to implement it. Just we have to push them. These are the ways how we have to do that. Remaining, they will take care about that. But what most of you guys who has been attending this particular session, so most of you are maybe from job seekers who are trying to get into the IT industry. 50% will be there. And apart from that, remaining 50%, we can say that there are going to be some who are already into the various domains. They want to move from the existing domains to the data science domains. So reasons can be multiple reasons. Because we know that one of the main reason is data science is a current trending. So one of the trending technology, so data engineers and the data science. Really, we have a lot of requirements are there. Sometimes there will be some hype about some kind of a technologies, but it is not really a hype. So we really have it actually. But only thing I can say is it's not completely, it is implemented. Completely, it is not implemented. But I worked for a company called as an Optum past, maybe somewhere around 6 months back. It really, I have seen, really, I didn't imagine that many teams are there or that many projects really on the data science and data analyst role. Really, Optum is one of the, it's actually one of the insurance company in US. It was having a lot of data science and data analyst. Really, a lot of teams are working on them because I have conducted a lot of training in Optum for almost 6 months of time. So I've seen a lot of a lot of members who has been joined from different teams across the Optum organizations. Okay, so it is going to be just like a whiteboard. I use as technology mostly. I'm using a pen tablet. You know that most of the training programs, they will use presentations. Presentations are nothing but just like it's going to be predefined slides. They will prepare the slides. They will just run the slides and explain the concept. Here it is not like that. It's like a dynamic. It's like a dynamic. So I didn't prepare any particular topic and comes here now. So it depends. It's a general discussions where I don't have any plan to discuss. Like I have to discuss these topics for today, these topics for today. So it is a generalized. You can ask me any kind of a questions. Feel free to discuss. You can raise your questions. You can unmute yourself. You can speak. Or else we have the we can use a chat window. If you have any disturbance from your side, you have a chat window is there. You can post your questions in the chat window also, right? So that is going to be the today's agenda, guys. Hardly almost till 10:20. So I don't want to take that much time because today is Sunday. I know everybody importance of Sunday. So hardly 1 hour, guys. 1 hour means almost all 40-45 minutes I'll take from my side. I'll take my discussion, and another 10-15 minutes. If you have any doubts, whatever the kind of a doubts you have it, you can just clarify your doubts, whatever the kind of a doubt related to data science or anything, even data science, data engineering, whatever it may be, anything related to data, but not into Java, not into .NET, or not into some other things, but mostly data related technologies. We can talk about that. Okay, so let me start with my first question. Actually, guys, a few questions I told you know. The first question is, will you write? That means, do you require a programming language? So is data science is a programming language, first of all? Do you do any programming there? Do you perform any programming applications, or do you write any programming language? So the first question most of the people ask is like, which is going to be like C, C++, Java, or it may be a .NET, or it may be some other PHP, some other languages I'm talking about. Is it like which is going to be PHP? Which is going to be is data science is a programming language? Is data science is a programming language? The one of the major question that come from most of the people is going to be this one only. So why? Because the things that, do you write any programs? Shall I have to write any programs? Like if you want to learn C, C++, Java, so how a basic programming skills, a logical skills are required? Do you require any logical skills are required, or a programming skills are required? So some of the questions actually. So do you require any programming skills? So do you require the programming skills are required? Or is there any which is going to be something like any logical skills are required? So do you have to require any logical skills? So these, do you require any logical skills? Let me explain that particular applications. Okay. For example, I don't want to take any higher level programming, guys. I don't want to say that these much options we can do. I don't want to go to something like a driverless car, or I don't want to go for a chat GPT. I don't want to say about this is going to be AI. So they are little bit higher levels to discuss about them. That's why I don't want to go to a very higher level. If anybody is interested, you can talk about them, because I know I am from starting from basic to higher level. I can talk about the data science. Almost all 6-7 years of experience I'm having on the data science. So let me tell you a simple application, easy to understand it, so that everybody can understand, any level of person can understand it. For example, let us say that, just simple example. So this is my requirement actually, guys. This is a very simple requirement. Anybody can understand it. This is a simple requirement. So this is my input. Generally, we know that what is our business requirement? This is an input. This is the output I have to require. So this is a program. A program has to take. So what is the requirement generally? They says that the client says that you have to write a program. It has to take some input from you, and it has to give this kind of an output. So input is 10,20. If I give input is 10,20, output should be given as a 30. If I give the input as 100,300, the output should be coming as which is going to be 400. If input is going to be +1 and -1, output should be 0. And if input is going to be 5,6, output should be, it is going to be 11. A very simple requirement I'm talking. I'm not talking about any higher level application. Anybody can understand what do you mean to say data science. I can tell what is a data science terminology. What is the definition of a data science? If you go to Google and verify, it is an multidisciplinary field, which is going to be a collection of the different techniques or different scientific techniques and scientific methodologies. What are those? Nobody can understand initially. That's why I just want to tell in a very simplest manner to make anybody can understand it. This is our requirement actually, guys. So for that, let us say that this requirement has been given to a C or a C++ or a Java, or it may be PHP or .NET programmer. So very clear. If input is 10,20, output should be 30. If input is 100,300, output is 400. If input is +1 and -1, output should be 0. So this is a requirement we have been given to a programmer. A programmer. You know who is a programmer actually? Who writes the program? According to the business requirement or according to the logical requirement. So the programmer has to find out how this 30 is coming from this input of 10, 20, or how this 400 is coming from input of 100, 300. It's very simple logic only. So the programmer identifies that, yes, it is very simple. The logic behind this, the logic is very simple. It is just an addition of, which is going to be two numbers, isn't it? It is addition of two numbers. Who has to find out this logic actually? The programmer has to find out the logic. The programmer has to find out the logic for that. So how this output is coming from the input, the programmer need to find out the logic. So, and according to that, he is going to write the program for that. He is going to be writing a program. He will write a program, C, C++, Java, .NET, whatever it may be. Take two inputs, which is going to be, yes, it is going to be take two inputs. Yes, absolutely. It takes two inputs and just it is going to be summation of whatever that particular two inputs actually. Summation of two. That's why I didn't take in any complicated one. I have been got taken actually. So whatever the output is required is nothing but summation of the whatever the two inputs. So the program is very simple, but I'm taking the logic itself is a very simple logic only. So it is very clearly visual. It is just an addition of two numbers. That's it. It is just an addition of two numbers. It is just by looking at the data, anywhere can identify. If I want, I can make it a little bit complicated also. I can make it a little bit complicated, but I don't want to make you think that much higher level. It's a very simple logic. So who has to identify the logic here now? The programmer. The programmer is responsible to identify the logic behind the program. So whatever the output is coming, how it is coming from the input. So if I give this 10 and 20 to get the output of 30, he has to write, which is going to be summation of two inputs. So he has to write the program for that. Now what the programmer will do is, this is your computer. This is your computer. You know that I have written a program. Maybe I have written a program in C or C++ or a Java, or whether I have written some other, does not matter with that. So this is my computer. So to this computer, I have to give some inputs. What is the input I have to give to the computer? Whatever the input values I have to give, like 10 and 20. And I have to give, actually that input is not given to the computer. We are giving the input to the program. So the program also need to be submitted to the computer, isn't it? So if program is submitted to the computer, computer is going to run the program. The program is going to contain the logic which is written by a programmer, isn't it? So the program needs to be provided to be submitted to the computer. The program will be executed. While it is executing, it will take the input 10, 20, and the computer runs the program. It is going to run the program, whichever the program has been submitted with the given input, and that output will be coming as an output actually. So we are submitting the program, and the program is asking to give the input. Whatever the input you have been given, according to the logic, it will run the program, and it is going to give the output. Is I correct, guys? Can anyone please confirm it? Is my point is correct? Normally, when you write a C program, C++, so we are giving the program, we are submitting the program to the computer. The computer runs the program, and it is going to take the input, and it runs the program and gives the output. Is it correct? Right. Absolutely. Now, same requirement, you give it to which is going to be a data science people. Data science contains a lot of things actually, guys. Don't worry about that. So data science people means, again, we have a machine learning, we have a deep learning, we have an AI, we have an NLP, we have a different core areas are there. So I don't want to confuse in today's class. I don't want to get confused, make you confused. I'll just tell you the application. Let us say that he's a data science expert. So you call him as a data scientist, or you may call it as a machine learning expert or a deep learning expert, AI engineer, NLP engineers, whatever we call it as. We are not bothered about. Generally, we'll call him as a data science expert. Now, same requirement, you give it to a data science expert actually, guys. do you know what the data science expert will do it actually, guys? He don't find out. That means he don't try to find out how this 30 and this 10, how this 30 is coming from 10, 20. Data science expert is only what he will do is, guys, again, the same computer will be there. But what he is going to do is he will give this particular input as it is same. Whatever the input that is 10, 20, not only 10, 20, he will also give 100, 300, plus 1, minus 1, 5 and 6 until that. And what he will give the computer is, I don't know what is the program I have to write, but I will tell you what is the output I require. So output I require is going to be 30. So I'm giving this 10 and 20. If I give 10 and 20 as an input, if I want to get 30 as an output, this is my requirement. I'm giving it to you. So what he is asking the computer is, you try to find out the logic. You find out the logic. You have to find out the logic for that. I don't know what is the logic behind them. This is my input. This is my output. You tell me what I have to do. So the computer will analyze this. Computer will understand this output and this input, and it tells that this is the logic what we have to write it. That means indirectly, the program is going to be what the computer is going to tell you. So just you tell the requirement, what is your input, what is your output, your computer will understand. Yes, for example, if it is 10, 20 should be output is 30, the logic is nothing but it is an addition. If it is going to be 10, 20, the output should be, for example, it should be 200. Then it says that it is not addition, it is going to be multiplication actually. Or for example, if I give something like 10, 20, if I want to get output as minus 10, then it is going to say that it is going to be subtraction actually. Hope you understood the main idea behind them actually, guys. In data science, what we are going to do, guys, we will give the input and output to the machine, the computer. The computer is nothing but your machine. Machine studies the logic. Machine identifies the logic, how this output is coming from that particular input. Hope all of you got the point. Though you didn't understand the main concept actually, hope you understood what is going to be this particular, what exactly data science will do. So we don't write any programs here, guys. We don't write any programs here actually, guys. Okay, we never write any program here now. Like C, C++ programmer, no logical thinking is required. No programming skills are going to be required. I don't say that completely you don't require any programmatical skills. Because anyhow we are using computer. So little bit programmatical skills are required. Up to what extent, I'll tell you. Do you require any logical skills? Maximum, I say that logical skills are not required. Why? Because those logics are identified by your computer. The logics will be identified with the help of the computer. Computer will identify the logic. So you give what is your requirement, what is your input, what is your output, what is your requirement. Machine, the whatever the computer is there, that computer itself will identify whatever the logic or whatever that particular functional code that is required itself is going to tell you. Really? Yes, absolutely it will do it actually, guys. Absolutely it will do. This is what generally we are going to say that the computer learns, or I don't say computer here now, generally we'll make it as machine. So the machines are going to learn. The machines are going to learn from that particular data what we have been provided. Absolutely, guys. 10, 20. If you feed the same data as it is, if you want, I'll show you programmatically also. Today's class, just if you give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes of time, I can just show you this particular output. So the machines can easily learn from this particular data. So the input is required, output is required. Machine learns. That's why we are going to, being the machine is learning, it's a part of the data science actually. So which is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as machine learning. The name the name machine learning itself is going to represent the same thing. Machines will learn. Machines are learning from the data actually, guys. Up to now, what we are saying that whenever we attended any C, C++, Java, or any programming language demos, first they will start with why programming language is required. Why? Because your computers cannot understand the human language. Your computers directly cannot understand the human language. But almost all, now we are in a stage that your computers can understand the human language. Just like how you can speak to a computer, how can you speak to another human, or how generally we'll speak to a person, you can also speak just like same as it is to the computers actually. That means your computers are going to be just becoming as mimic. That is going to be nothing but as mimic. It is going to be mimic of human beings. It is going to be a computers has been became a mimic of humans. That is what the definition of AI. What is AI actually, guys? AI is nothing but a system which can understand the human language. Directly you speak. Just like normally, just like a human language, just like you are speaking to a person, so you can speak. That is what we are going to call it as AI. Absolutely, guys. See the definition of AI in the online. Go to Google and type what is AI. AI is nothing but the technology which we are going to be using to develop a system which is going to be just mimic of humans. So just it is mimic of humans means which can behave just like a humans. How the human, that means I don't say that it will do all the work what the humans will do actually. It is nothing but its behavior, just like how it thinks, how it is going to learn, how it is going to answers. All these are going to be the definition. This is going to be what the humans are going to be talking about that. So just check it out. Just if you ask a ChatGPT, you all of you know ChatGPT has been currently in the trend. Most of the nowadays everybody is talking about this one. So if you just say what is going to be AI, so they says that this is going to be AI based machine. This is going to be AI based machine. So what is exactly it is going to be? So see the definition of what is Wikipedia page. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence which is going to be demonstrated by computers as opposed to humans, or which is going to be the animal intelligence. Just they behave just like a humans. Just like it is going to be. So because I from Telugu, my location is Telangana, Hyderabad. So it is also tells you in the Telugu language. So if anybody is there from Telugu languages, they knows what is this language, or else I'm just telling about the other people who are going to be generally actually. So that is going to be just in an easy way to understand it actually. You have multiple definitions are there. AI is a machine's ability to perform the cognitive function we associated with the human minds. So it is a definition. If you see it also, it is going to be nothing but what we can say is if you open the Wikipedia page, and verify that what is artificial intelligence, a simple definition, what we can say that actually. Just like which is going to be how the humans will learn. So it is also going to be just like same as it is. Almost every day in our daily life, we are going to use this particular artificial intelligence very, very frequently. So it is used by YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, recommendation systems, even by using some kind of a web searches like Google search. All of them actually, guys, understanding the human speech, such as Siri and Alexa, self-driving cars, generative and creative tools like ChatGPT and AI art, automated decision making. All these are going to be this one actually. And it was not started in the recent years, guys. It is so many decades before only the people has been started actually. But it was not a success story about that. Success has came recently, but it was started in 1956. It has been got started actually. But at that time, there are very minimal, but you can see the terminologies like machine learning, AI, deep learning, artificial neural networks are going to be comes under the, which is going to be what we are going to call it as a deep learning concepts actually. So anyhow, these are all just an ideas actually, guys. So just like how the humans can understand the problem and how the humans can find a solution for the particular problem, the machines are also going to be doing that actually. So data science is nothing but what we are going to do is we'll make the machines to learn. We don't learn anything actually, guys. We'll make the machines to learn. Then obviously one of the doubt that comes is, then why the humans? Then why humans we have to do? Why can't you learn by yourself? Why do you require a data science, or why do you require a machine learning, etc.? As you know that nowadays, the data size is not that much simple that we humans can understand it. We can understand them, guys, but as a human, it will take more and more time. You all of you know that, no? So why computers? Computers also do the work same just like humans will do. But only thing is, what is an advantage? The advantage is going to be time, very, very fast. Computers are very, very fast. If I give it a number which is going to be a 4-digit number multiplied by another 4-digit number, I can do it. But it may take a 4-digit number multiplied by 4-digit number. Maybe I'll take 2 minutes of time. My computer is going to take just like a 2 seconds of time. Not 2 seconds, even a fraction of second it is going to take it actually. Second thing is, it is going to be accurate. So same theory is applicable to this one also. But previously we used to say that everything we have to code it. We have to just give the instruction. Program. What is a program? A program is nothing but set of instruction. So the computer knows whether to find whether a number is a prime or not. But how it will knows that? For that we have to write the code. So divide this number by starting from 2 to n minus 1. If it is successfully divided and remainder is 0, it is not a prime number. If the remainder is not 0 from 2 to n minus 1, then it is going to be a prime number. We have to tell the logic for that. So how to do? We have to instruct it. It will do more accurately and with a very faster time it is going to do that actually. But machine or the data science are saying that you don't write any code for that. You don't require any coding. We will learn everything we are going to learn. Don't think that it will learn only from then. Why the machines are required actually, guys? Why the machines are learning? Can't humans can do? Yes, humans also can do. For example, if this is a kind of a problem like 10, 20 output is 30, 100, 300 output is 400. And if it is plus 1 and minus 1, it should be 0. If it is 5 and 6, output is 11. Humans also can learn very easily. Humans can understand very easily. But I have a simple problem actually, guys. A simple problem is there. Let us say that take an example of voter cards, voter ID. Just an example of voter ID actually, guys. I was not sure about that. How many voter cards are there generally? Indian population is almost all 140 crores plus, almost all 140 crores plus, I think 145 crores. So in that, at least if you imagine that, at least if 50%, more than 50% only will be there, obviously, at least if I take a minimum of 50% also, at least it will be somewhere around 70 crores of voter cards are there actually. 70 crores of voter cards will be there. If I take a minimum 50%, actually it is almost all 60-70% are there. Just imagine 70 crore people data. I want to store it. I want to store all the data of related to voter ID cards. Some years before, we used to hear some news like in the voter card, actually the gender of the person is a female, but in the place of the female, we have got a male. Or in the place of the male, we have got a female. Gender changes used to be taken place very frequently. More and more errors used to be there. Some years before. Now, what will happen here is whenever the voter card, whenever a voter has been enrolled, immediately they will take just take all the details and they will upload the photo. A simple example only taking actually, guys. After that, the person, whoever the enrollment is taking place, he has to select whether the gender is going to be male or a female. Manually we have to verify it actually. Manually we have to enter it. So imagine that the person is entering that many, he has to enter so many images, so many upload photos has to be done. So whenever humans are going to be entering that, automatically there is a chance is there that there is going to be some kind of a mistakes. Just imagine that, not higher level. That means it's not going to be very high error. For example, even if we do 1% error also, imagine that if 1% error is there, it is going to be almost all, it is going to be closer to almost all. Just 1% I'm talking about the error, not even 5% or 10%. 1% error. 1% error means out of 100 voter cards, he is doing one mistake. He is doing, chances is there. Chances are high, chances are there. Maybe in the, instead of entering the male, he will enter female and just he will just update that particular one. So imagine that 70 crore people, even if it is going to be just a 1% of them also, almost all it is going to be 70 lakh errors it is going to be gets done actually. 70 lakh up for the voter cards has been got an error. Observe carefully. If it is just a 2-3%, if you take it also, how much it is going to be the error actually. That's why this, whatever the election commission has decided is, what the election commission has decided here is, when humans are going to be selecting, entering the age, this particular gender, there are going to be some kind of a mistakes. Then why don't you make a machine? Why don't you make a machine? So whenever we upload the image, immediately the machine has to identify whether the person is a female or a male actually. Observe carefully, guys. It is not like finding the whether a number is a even or odd, or whether a number is going to be finding a whether the number is a prime or not. If it is even or odd, logic is very simple. Divide it by 2, get the remainder. If the remainder is equal to 0, it is even. Whether it is a prime number, whether it is an Armstrong number, whether it is going to be Fibonacci series, or whether it is going to be something, some other number actually. Isn't it? So for that, humans can write the logic. But how can the particular humans can write a logic saying that I have an image, I have a face was there, human face was there. So how the machine, how we can write whether the particular program, I have to write a program to find out whether the human face, it is an input is an image actually, guys. It is not just like 10, 20, it is an image and your output is very simple. We have to say whether it is male or a female. Just imagine, guys, is it possible to write a C, C++, Java program to find out whether the person in the image is a male or a female? What logic you will write? What logic you are going to write? Isn't it? If it is a even or odd, positive, negative, we can write some code. How can you write a logic to find out whether it is a male or a female? What logic will write it? Input is going to be just an image is with me. Image is just made up of pixels. So how can you write some code? We cannot write it actually, guys. So for that, we have taken some help of the machines. So what we did here is, first of all, we have been given, I told you, if you give some input to them, machines can learn. So what we will first, we are going to do is, we will give some set of images to the machines. We will give some set of images to the machines. What images I'll give? Some human faces. And I'll say that this is a male face. This is a female face. This is the image in the person is a female. The person in the image is going to be male. Just don't think that, as I said that it is only 4 images, 2 males and 2 females. If I give, will the machines learn? No, guys. You have to give some more and more. Machines require more and more data to learn. Humans requires very less data. Humans can learn very less data actually, but machines will require a lot of data. Maybe I have to give somewhere around 50,000 images I have to give. Not just 5-6 images. If I give 50,000 images, which is containing both males and females, if I give it, machines will automatically learn from the data. What it internally learned is a black box. What it internally learned is a black box. You know what is a black box? Black box means we don't know what is there inside that. We'll try to explore what is that particular black box. We'll see it later. Now itself, I cannot explain what is this particular, how the machines will learn it actually. So machines are going to internally learn. I feed it the images to the machines. Machines will learn from these particular images and they will learn how to differentiate male versus female. It will differentiate. So it will identify, like it will learn. Generally, we all of you know that females are going to be having long hair, males are going to be having a short hair. So whereas going to be the females are going to be, they may going to wear some kind of an earrings, whereas this particular females does not, the males are going to be does not. And the shape of the face images, thus even so many things it will learn it actually. What it will learn is a black box. So once if you make the machine to learn from these images, now from now onwards, this election department, the election commission can use this particular whatever the machine has been learned. This machine has been learned or machine has been trained with some data. Machine has been learned from the data. Now, based on this particular learning, now whenever I feed a new image, the machine is going to tell you whether the person in the image is going to be male or a female. So most of the people don't believe that before starting this, that means, sir, how it is possible? How it is possible? How the machines can learn? Yes, machines can learn, but don't think that machines directly they learn it actually, guys. There is going to be some kind of an algorithms will be there. The main powerfulness is going to be the algorithms only. The main powerfulness is going to be the algorithms only, guys. So we are going to learn, just now shown, neural networks. So in this case, we are going to use some kind of a neural networks we are going to use, which is going to be as part of the deep learning. Machine learning algorithms are going to be there. Different types of machine learning algorithms will be there. There is something like supervised, unsupervised. There are different types of the algorithms we are going to be there actually. Okay. So anyhow, these are all I don't want to discuss it, but I can develop a machine learning. It's a machine learning models, what we'll say that actually, which is trained with some images to predict, to find out whether the person is a male or a female. So now if I give any input image to that, immediately the machine will identify, the machine will tell that this person in the image is a male, this person in the image is a female. Then you may get a doubt, will machines can't do the errors? Machines also can do the errors. Machines also will do the errors actually. But let us say that humans are doing 1% error, whereas machines may do 0.001% error, maybe. Machines are going to be more accurate. Humans are doing 1% error, whereas machines also going to do the error. Why? Because, for example, if a male was having a long hair, it will say that it is going to be female. Or if, for example, if a female is having a short hair, then it is going to identify as a male actually. Errors may be possible, but maybe 0.001% of errors it may be done. So maybe hardly out of that 70, in the earlier case 70 lakhs, now it may be 7 lakhs errors, it may be that can be rectified very easily. But 70 lakh errors, if you want to rectify it, a lot of effort, a lot of human, which is going to be human resources are required. All these are going to be extra, whatever the extra investments, what we have to do it actually. Machines also do the errors. I don't say that machines are 100% accurate. Machines also will do the errors, but very, very, very less whenever it is compared with the human errors. So just to conclude the concept, what we are going to do, guys, what is my point is, like C, C++, Java, .NET, PHP, is data science is a programming language? My answer is no. My answer is no. Then what you are going to do, we are going to learn something called as how to make the machines to learn. So machines to learn. So we are only just giving some supports. We are just giving only support only, guys, such that the machines can learn. The machines are given some training. So whatever the stuff it requires, whatever the materials it requires, whatever the resources the machines require, that is only thing what we have to feed with them. So no much logical skills are required, no much programmatical skills are required. Sir, I'm not saying that programming skills are not required, but not that much programming skills are required. So will use any language? Yes, I'm going to be using a language called as Python. We don't use any C, C++. But don't think, sir, don't think that, sir, just now you said that no programming language is required. Again, you're saying Python. Python is not actually technically is a programming language, but we are going to put it into a language called as a scripting language. Scripting language means just like a statement by statement, just one line code, one line code, one line code. Just we'll write it and we'll implement the functionalities. Not like an entire program. We are not going to write hundreds of lines of programs. Will just become only 2 to 3 lines of code it is becoming. I don't say that program. I simply say that Python code only we are going to write it, not Python program. Python code or Python script we are going to write it actually. Okay, so that is what basically a data science is going to be does actually, guys. Okay, so just before going for the next discussion, if you have any questions, guys, I'll just take up some few questions technically if I have any doubts, and then I will move to the next discussion, guys. Yes, guys, anybody, if you have any questions, feel free to discuss. Don't hesitate, guys. Any technical questions if you have it as part of the current discussion, what I have been done? Anyone? Yes, somebody has posted some questions. So Python program is taught as part of this course. Absolutely, Kumar. Whatever the Python that is required for this particular, whatever the learning of data science, I'm going to teach you. But that is hardly, it is going to be 2 weeks of time. So I don't say that after completion of this course, you can become a Python expert. Even I also clearly says that I was not a Python expert. I know how to use the Python only up to the extent of data science implementations. So to implement a data science, there are some libraries are there. So to use that particular libraries, how much extent of Python is required? Only that particular Python I'm going to teach you, which is going to be almost 2 weeks of time. Let me tell you one more point actually. Okay, if you registered for this data science course, as a complimentary, they are going to give you 170 videos of which is going to be the Python training. If you are interested to become a Python expert, you can go through this 170 videos. These videos are not taught in by me. As I said that it has been delivered by Durga sir. So his name is Durga. He is the director or CEO of that particular DURGASOFT. His name itself is the institute name. It is the person name. He's the one of the who is the director of that particular DURGASOFT. So he is a master in Java and Python. So his videos of 170 videos will be given at a free of cost for you. These are going to be free of cost. Who has been registered for the data science? Normally, that cost of these videos is 4,000. That will be given to you at a free of cost. In the case if you have registered for the data science course, I'll just show you that particular videos also. You can go to the durgasoftonline.com and there you can see the videos. These videos, core and advanced Python, which will be costing you 4,000 by Durga sir. So he's NagoorBabu and Durga sir. These are two brothers actually. They are the brothers. So he's the elder one, he's the younger one. So Durga sir, whatever he has been given, he has delivered that particular trainings that will be given. So going through that 170 videos, you can become a master in the Python course also, because they will teach all the advanced level Python, core Python, all these things they will be teaching you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So that is, I think, Kumar, that is going to be your point, your question. And Rahul is asking a question saying that, sir, ML and AI usually mainly Python or any other languages? Main language is going to be Python. Apart from that, there are some other languages are there. One of the other competitor for Python is R language. Another competitor is going to be R language, but up to the R language basically works efficiently up to machine learning. But whenever we want to go for deep learning, AI related applications, it is mostly better to go for which is going to be Python only. Why? Because a lot of contribution has been done towards that particular AI and the AI, data science, machine learning, deep learning, mostly contributed to the Python community. That's the reason we better to use the Python as the mostly 95% we recommend to use the Python. Up to the machine learning, data analytics, if you recommend, that we recommend the R language as part of our course, my course training. So even I will be giving some sessions on the R language, but how many sessions actually? Hardly it is going to be 1 week. Hardly it is going to be 1 week of time. 1 week or 10 days, not more than that. We don't work with them. Okay. So yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah. Mukesh, right? Yeah.
Like PySpark, SQL, Power BI, Excel, Git, Spark SQL, TensorFlow. This means it's all tools need to be required to learn.
No, I'll tell you. What is TensorFlow? Do you know? Do you have any idea about any TensorFlow?
No, sir. No, I don't have any idea. Just
No. I'm asking is, do you know what is it? What is the TensorFlow?
No, sir.
No. It is one of the Python package. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
What is PySpark? PySpark is going to be nothing but there only you can understand it now. It is going to be Python plus which is going to be Spark, which is going to be PySpark. PySpark is another Python library. So all these are nothing but the libraries which are contributed. TensorFlow, it is going to be PyTorch, whatever we are talking about. So all these are going to be contributions toward the Python only. They have been got used actually. So all these are part of the Python concept only. They are the Python libraries. That's it. There are not going to be separate tools. So if you see some, actually I know that because I see some kind of a school. I see some kind of a this one actually. I'll just show you. As I said that no, I have been done one. I have been done one training program, one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad. So that was actually collaborated with a, you know that no, nowadays all these companies, corporate companies are collaborating with them, and we are going to be doing it actually. Okay. So here I have been done a program. There are some programs are there. So once if you see the programs, like all programs, if I see, just give me a second once, I'll show you once. It is going to be, what is that program name? Just give me a second once. It is PG. There are total new every day. There are going to be new is going to be gets coming. It deep learning applications. It is an ML ops. Where is that? It was applied data science, machine learning. It is a program called as. Just give me a second. Just give me a second once. Yeah, this one. See this program once carefully. This program name is going to be something called as a PG level advanced certification course on AI and machine learning from autonomous systems actually. So if you see them actually, what you are going to learn from this particular course actually. What I think, just give me a second once. I think not this one, I'm missing somewhere. It is PG diploma only. It is PG.
How many database knowledge we should know, sir, to learn?
See, I'll just give me a second. I'll just tell you that one also. Just a minute. Just give me a second. I think, yeah, this one, guys. I'll come back to your question. I'll just come back to your question. Yeah. This one actually, guys. I think this one only. It is from IIIT Hyderabad. Yes, absolutely. So see this program. I'll tell you this program. The cost of this program, I think you know that these programs are very high costly here. So the program courses are going to be almost all, I think somewhere around 2 lakhs. I think so. The course, the fees for this is going to be 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, guys. 3 lakhs, not 2 lakhs. So there is going to be two are there: advanced certification program and ANML. This is what I have been done. This is what I have been done, which is going to be 2 lakhs. And if you want the same thing with hands-on projects, which is going to be 3 lakhs actually. Imagine that it is 2 lakhs. Take the minimal, which is going to be 2 lakhs. What they will teach. Actually, these are the professors, which I have been, my classes are also taken by these people only. I know them. Jawahar, he's the dean from this one, Anup, Vineet Gandhi. So many are there actually. If you see that the program says that these are going to be the tools, like what your tools that are going to be covered. Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, regular expressions, Keras, TensorFlow, okay, which is going to be PyTorch. What are sklearn? What are all these things actually? They are not tools actually, guys. They are the Python libraries. All these are Python libraries actually, guys. Librosa I'll use. Okay, Gensim I'm going to use as, OpenCV I'm going to use as, NLTK will use as, SciPy, Scientific Python, regular expressions, okay, Keras, TensorFlow, Spassy, Django, PyTorch, NumPy, scikit-learn. All these are going to be Python libraries actually, guys. We are highlighting that as a tools. There are not tools actually. They are the Python libraries. Okay, so the one of the thing is going to be, so if you learn Python means we are going to be learning a different types of the utilities, what we are going to be learning from the Python itself. Okay, so they are not any tools. So many people think, that's why I said that. So the main agenda of this particular this workshop is to make some awareness about what you are going to learn. Absolutely open. It's an open source library, guys. TensorFlow is an open source library which was developed by, which is going to be which team? Google AI team has been got developed it actually. This is nothing but a Python, which is going to be, if you see the code, whatever the code, if you want to see that actually, if you see some code, basic codes, you see that actually. So prepare the data, build the ML models, deploy the models, implement the ML ops. So all these are going to be done with the help of the Python code only. We are going to do it actually. It's completely with the Python code. Do you want to see some examples? Open the examples. Introduction. So what applications you want to do? There are some examples are there. If you want, you can go there and we can verify that actually. It is all about only learning Python only. So it is Python, purely Python code only. We are going to do it actually. Learn it, see the tutorials, any tutorials. If you see what are Keras basic, what is going to be load data. Yes, what we are going to do now, import pandas as PD, import NumPy as an NP. These are two libraries. Import the TensorFlow as TF. From TensorFlow.Keras, import the layers. What code it is going to be? This is nothing but a Python code actually. These are all Python code. pd.read_csv, pandas.read_csv. They're reading the data. All these are nothing but Python code only. Got it? Fine. Next one. Okay, so somebody is asking a question saying that, what about the SQL knowledge? How much extent of SQL language is required? It is not a mandatory, guys, because whatever we do it in SQL, almost all the SQL related concepts, we are going to be do it in Python only. So you don't require any knowledge of SQL because we don't prefer to use SQL actually, guys. We don't prefer to use any database systems. So what is the reason? You will understand it later, because database systems are designed for a different purpose. Mainly, database systems are basically designed for operational purpose. That means nothing but your business operational purpose. But here we are using completely, basically use it for data analytics. We are completely using a data science, not for operational purpose, mainly for analytical purpose, what we are going to be using. So nowadays, nobody is using the database systems. Database systems are used for operational purpose. So who require the database knowledge? The people who are going to be working on business, like whenever they want to work on operational systems, they require it actually. But we are on the analytical side. We don't require the database systems. But whatever the SQL knowledge we are going to do it, same concepts we are going to be doing in the Python actually. Okay. So that's why SQL is not mandatory. But if you have a knowledge, that is going to be a little bit advantage for you, but it's not mandatory for you. Okay, sir. Okay, somebody is saying, asking questions. Sir, you said we make some machines learn. It will be through a programming logic. No, we don't write any programming logic. We don't write the logic. If you write the logic, why should a machine is required? Okay, so there is going to be some algorithms will be there. So this algorithms is going to help the machine to learn it actually. So we have to understand how it's not a logic actually. How the algorithm will works only we have to study it. Like for example, there is a decision tree is there. How the decision tree is going to works. So what is the logic behind that? Logic means not the logic actually. What is the background behind that actually? How it will works. So that is what we are going to be gets learning. So there is a mathematical concept called as entropy. So what is entropy? How it is calculated? All these things it is going to, it's not logical based, but it is almost all, it is going to be mathematical based actually. It is a mathematical based algorithms will be working. So we have to study the math behind that particular algorithms, not the logic behind them. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. So I think these are the questions which I have got from you participants, and I think this is one. Okay. Yes, I will answer your question. At what level maths is required to understand the algorithms? Okay. At the next question, which I am going to discuss it. Okay. First of all, hope all of you have been clarified your questions on my first point, guys. Like, is data science is a programming language? No. Do you require any programmatical skills? Not that much. Logical skills? Not at all required. So what we are going to do then? We are going to help the machines to learn. That's it. We are helping the machines to, guys. So whatever the resources they required, we have to provide it. That's it. So the resources may not be available readily. So we have to derive it and we have to provide it. So that is what the machine learning expert is going to do that actually. Okay. So the next point is, as already I answered one more question actually, is program is, do you fit for, who can fit for the, which is going to be, the second question is nothing but, who can fit to this particular data science or who can learn data science actually. So there is nothing like any requirement like only these people or only these domains only. People has to work with the data science. Anyone who can learn data science, anyone, it can be anyone. I'll tell you some few examples. Anyone who wants to understand the data or who wants to understand from the data or understand the data, they can use this particular data science. So I'll tell you one example. One example in my morning 7 a.m. There was a person called as an Mahesh. He was in US. Generally, what I will do is sometimes just to, because we have to have some interaction between everybody, not only between me and you. So if it is an offline class, generally you can meet in a classroom, you can have some interaction. But being it is an online, everybody is connecting from different locations. So you guys, that means you learners, you are the learners or you are the participants, don't have any interaction. That's why what I generally do is I'll make them, it's almost looks like a normal classroom training only, guys. So many people think that online means just we'll sit on the system. It's not like a video training. Video training is different, and this ILT, these are instructor-led trainings are different. It's a purely live instructor-led training program. So I'll make the people to speak like what is their experience, how much extent this is going to be helping them in their particular working environment. So recently I have been asked him. I also never know about them, but he will be very he's going to be he will be very engaged in the classes. Very frequently questions he will ask and etc. So I know that he was a working experience. So recently I have been asking him, so let me know your experience, how this training program is helping you in your working environment. So they are working, I'll tell you guys, they are working with something relevant to some water resources in the US. So all the water resources in US is maintained by some company. So like they want to work with lot of data, like they have to work with weather data. They will work with some kind of an satellite related pictures. So they have to maintain some kind of a water resources. So how much water resources are going to be there? Their maintenance at a different dams, their particular machines data, their motors related data. So all these are going to be just analyzed with the help of the data science. So he said one issue also in 2016, something like a floods has came, and their dams are unable to stop that particular one. So the company has to pay a huge compensation, a very huge compensation they have to pay it actually. So to minimize that particular compensation, so they had the data science people. So they keep on analyzing the data, like weather reports, the predicting rainfalls. Okay, how much rainfall I may get this particular year. Based on that, what resources we have to arrange. So how much level of all these things, it's totally related. He said that it's very huge area domain actually. So even I cannot explain the complete area, but these are the things what they are going to be working. So just what is my point of discussion is he is not a software engineer. He is not a software engineer. He was completely from non-CSE background. He is not from a CSE background at all, but they are working on some kind of a machines data. So he is going to be working on some kind of a machines related data actually. So the motors, machines, etc. they are working actually. I have been spoken to some other person. So he said that we are working for a GE. His client is GE. He is working from, I think he is working from Tech Mahindra, and he is working for a GE client. What they will do? What they will do is these GE companies, actually we know that no GE Electronics, we have a GE, it's not only software company, it's having a lot of products are there actually, many electricals. So they have been developed some kind of motors which are going to be installed in the ships. They have the GE motors has been installed in the ships actually. So these particular motors will generate a continuous data. They will generate it while ship is traveling or ship is floating in the water. It will, whenever the machines are running, they will generate a lot of data. Every second, every minute they are generating, like how much speed there are running, how much input amps there are taking, how much voltage it is taking, how much RPM it is running, how much torque it is generating. So a lot of data is going to be generating every second of time. Imagine that, like within 1 hour, how much data it is generating. Within 1 day or within going to be 6 months, how much data is going to be generating. So airlines is going to work with a lot of data. They will nowadays, a lot of data is getting generated. So some terabytes of data is getting generated. One plane is going to flies from one destination. It is going to generate some terabytes of data it is going to be generating. So it is all some kind of a data. So anybody, so a chemical engineers will have the data. Let us say civil engineers will have the data. A mechanical engineers are having the data. So who needs some help from the data? They have to learn the data science. Now everything is depending on the data. Even a construction organization is depending on the, which is going to be the data actually. So who can learn the data means anybody who wants to understand the data or who wants to work with the data, they can learn the data science actually. It's not that, it's not, and one more thing guys, this data science is not a subject of computer science engineering. This is all related to the mathematicians and statisticians says that this is not your subject. This is our subject actually. The maths and statisticians has developed it actually. All the algorithms and all these things we are talking about is related to that actually. So who can learn means anybody who wants to work or handle the data, they have to learn this data science. They can learn the data science. Only thing is they should have some interest to work with the data. No programming language is required. Is any programming skills are required? Not at all. No logical skills are required. No logical skills are required. Nothing is going to be required. Just if you know, if really you will feel that actually. Once you start with the practical only, we'll understand that. So now most of you people think that, so just it is only just an introduction class. That's why Vamsi is telling that everything is easy. Everything is going to be useful. Once you start with the real application, once you enter into the course, then you really understand it actually. And third point is, yes, absolutely, is maths is required. Is maths is required actually. Absolutely maths is required. Why? Because all these algorithms, whatever we are discussing, is going to be depending on some, as I told you, it's a mathematical solution to a problem. It is not a computer, so it's not going to be a computer logic or it is not some other logic actually. It is going to be completely, it is going to be a mathematical solution to solve a problem actually. Okay. So now what has been happened here is, every algorithm. So algorithms are going to be the main. The reason here the machine learning or data science became popular is, it is due to this particular, what we can say, the algorithms. So what are the algorithms and all these things, we'll look into that later actually. But as of now, there are different types of algorithms are there. So all these algorithms are going to be working based on some mathematical solution. Like just now I told you, like decision tree is going to be uses entropy. Maybe you never heard about what is an entropy. If anybody has remembered, it is, if you have remembered entropy, law of thermodynamics, you may be heard about the entropy concept. But this entropy is different. This entropy is in statistics actually. Same as it is, we have a k nearest neighbor is there. It is going to be depending on something called as an distance calculation. Hope you all of you remembered how to calculate the distance between two data points. We are having something called as a Navier-Bayes algorithm. It is going to be depending on some kind of an probability. We are having something called as an regression concepts are there. Regression concept is going to be based on some other concept called as linear algebra. Okay, mainly whenever we work with the deep learning is going to be completely based on something like an calculus concept actually. Differentiations. Differentiation we have to require, which is going to be dou L by dou W, partial derivatives, all these things. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Absolutely some statistics are required. You need not to be an expert on that. Why we have to require here is, if you want to understand how the decision tree will works, you have to understand this entropy. You don't write any calculation, you don't write any logic to calculate the entropy. To perform a partial derivative, we never write a code. But if you want to understand how a process is taking place, so we have to require some kind of a maths. So everybody guys, without having the maths, Very rare cases I have been seen, but mostly 99.99%, everybody has been done maths at your 10+2 standard. And I'll tell you what level of maths is required. Somebody is asking, right? It is all 10+2 standard level, which is required. Linear algebra, differentiation, probability, all these are going to be basically 10+2 standards. So I don't say that you have to go to that particular 10+2 and learn it actually. We learn in a different way actually, guys, isn't it? We don't want to buy all those particular books. So we have some other resources. We have a lot of resources with this there with us actually, guys. So this is a site called as an Math is Fun. So from here, we are going to learn it actually, guys. Algebra, we are going to learn it from here. Calculus also, we are going to be learning from here now. Complete calculus actually, guys. I'll just show you. So we are going to learn some kind of an calculus, what we are going to be learning it actually. So how simple it is going to be? How simple it is going to be, guys? It is nothing but we'll draw some graphs. Okay. So this is a line which is going to tell you the slope of the line. See, if you change this line, it is going to showing you what is going to be the slope of that particular line. It is telling you about that. At the bottom, you can see it actually, guys. Do you want to change this? You can change it actually, guys, which is going to be x cube plus, which is going to be 2 into x square, 2 into which is going to be x square. How this particular curve is going to looks like. So this is going to be how this curve is going to looks like actually, guys. Got the point? So how simple I'm going to be gets working. This is the way how I'm going to be working. How the y equal to x curve will be there. Straight line will be there actually, guys. So for that, I don't make you to get a graph sheet and I don't ask you to do that. We'll do this kind of an applications. Okay. Really, we have a lot of other things are also there. There are so many other things are also there, which you have to learn by yourself. 80% I will teach you guys. 80% is from my side. 80% of your learning is from my side. And plus 20% it should be your contribution. It is learning contribution, guys. I'm not talking about practice contribution. So totally in our total data science course, 80% of them I'm going to teach you. 20% of the learning it should be from your side. I'll tell you some other resources because I cannot spend the time learning, explaining those concepts actually. I will give you some resources to you. You have to learn from there actually. So this is how we are going to be conducting our training program actually, guys. Okay. So I just don't want to take, yes, absolutely, Aman. We are going to cover the projects and deployment as well as we are going to be doing it actually. We'll do it actually. Absolutely, we do it actually. So we have already done it actually. So some of the projects actually, as of now, I can show you my local system deployments. I can show you like I have some deployment is there. So this is going to be my model deployment, one neural network. And this is going to be my deployment work actually. So what is this model will do is, if I run this model, it's a deployed model actually. This model is going to be, what it is going to do is, as I told you, it will predict whether that it will tell you whether the person in the image is a male or a female. This is, we developed it in the classroom training actually. So absolutely without having that, that means nowadays that is mandatory things actually. And learning data science is somewhat different. It's not like we'll write small programs. Every example, every algorithm is like a project only. So every algorithm is going to be a case study. Every example is going to be like a case studies only. We are going to do that actually. We don't work with a small data sets actually. We are going to work with lot of real data sets only. We are going to work. I'll just show you some of the data sets which we are going to use them. So see, I'm going to use some audio files for learning. I'm going to be using some kind of an data images we are going to use this. And these are all some kind of a data sets actually, which we are going to use this. These are all data sets we are going to be using. They are not going to be a small data sets we are going to be using. A very big data sets we are going to be using. This is a kind of a data sets what we'll use. These are all some kind of an audio files. So we are giving some training to the machines, identifying what is the type of the sound in the audio. What is the gender in the image, whether the person in the, what is the emotion of the face. So all these are going to be some practical applications, what we are going to do it. Okay, fine. Yep, absolutely. We are going to do it actually. So predictive maintenance and all these examples we are going to be taking on a different domains. Okay. So I'm from pharma background, so it is useful. Obviously, in pharma background, everybody has to learn because in pharma background, we have a lot of data we are going to be doing it actually. Obviously, so at least some basic skills of how to understand the data, how to handle the data is going to be gets required actually. Rahul. Okay. Fine, guys. So actually, I'm from insurance background. We want to do some transition into data science domain. Absolutely. You will get completely, at least, not at least, obviously, after completion of the course, you will be in a position to handle the data. And anyhow, we are also going to work in the insurance domains. Also, we are going to be working with some kind of a data. Right? Fine. So we are going to use the data. So we have the data also, insurance data.csv file. We have a data actually. So really, if you are really working in insurance company, that will really help us a lot. So this is going to be our data. If you can give us input, you can tell me. So the age of the person, gender, what is the BMI, number of children, whether the person is smoking or not, what region he stays and charges, how much charges he has to pay actually. So you are saying that you are working for insurance company. So really you can help me saying that, sir, how the charges are dependent. So we say that the charges are depending on the gender. The charges are depending on the number of children. Is really, it is going to be depends on you. We can also get some kind of a domain experts. So some of the domain experts is also required to understand this kind of to solve this kind of a problems actually. Fine. So I think so, guys. It's already 11:25. So it's already some people started leaving one by one. So yeah, I'll share you the course content also. Just give me a second. I'll share you the source one. Even anyhow, my backend team also will share you, and even I also will share it from my side also. Just give me a second. Slowly people started leaving because they will have some plans, other plans. Okay, I want to just end up the guys as much as possible, as soon as possible. Right. So okay, sorry. I have been shared with. Just give me a second, guys. I'll share with everyone. Just give me a second. Yeah, guys. So I shared one link to everyone. I shared a file actually, guys. Everybody can have a download. It's a full stack data science. You can just download that particular Excel sheet is there. You can go through that so that you can understand the course curriculum completely, guys. Okay. So anyhow, we are starting from this. Okay, let me complete off, guys. So we are starting a new batch tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Okay. So 8 a.m. If you are having any interest to take up this course, so please register for this course. I think already my team has already shared the link also. They already shared the link. You can see that particular link also. Demo link was already shared. Once again, if you want, I will share you the link one more time to everyone. So if you want, we can register for this particular course, guys. So just click on the link and register for the course. So tomorrow at morning 8 a.m. we have it. We have a completely a demo class is there. Okay. So yes, it is throughout 8 o'clock actually. We have anyhow, I have a batch 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I have a batch 9:30 a.m. I have another batch is there. So obviously your time is going to be 8 a.m. only. It will not be changes. Okay, fine. So it is going to be 8 a.m. We are having a demo session, guys. So there I will be giving some little bit technical aspects about that. So we can attend 3 demo classes. You can attend it. After the 3 demo classes, if you are satisfied with our course curriculum, and really if you're interested to take up the course, you can just join by get registered in the course actually, guys. Okay. So anyhow, I don't want to take that much time, guys. Almost all 1.5 hour time. It is almost all. So yes, it will be there. But currently 7 o'clock is batch is going on. Maybe another 1 month it will take it. Once it is completed, we'll start up from we'll take a 7 a.m. batch. We are going to take it, Kumar. But as of now, there is a running batch was there at 7 a.m. It's already completed. Machine learning was already completed. They're about to start with the deep learning concepts. Right. So that's it, guys. That's it from my side for the today's class. So I think I have almost all clarified all of your questions also. And I think all of you have got some technical understanding of what is data science, what we are going to do in the data science course curriculum, or in a data science project, what we are going to do, what kind of skills we required. So etc. have been just clarified. If you attend the demo classes, it's a free of cost. You can attend at a free of cost if you want. It's a free of cost for 3 days. If you really want to get some little bit more clarity, so attend the demo classes and they can really, which you can, then you can decide it actually, guys. Okay. So thanks all of you guys. So I don't want to take much time of your Sunday. So you have your own plans. Thanks once again for all of you just giving some time, giving your time to join. So I hope I'll see you all of you tomorrow at morning 8 a.m. So we'll meet it tomorrow there and you can clarify more and more questions. We can do it actually. Okay, fine. So thanks all of you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. So I'm ending the session, guys. So once again, thanks all of you and enjoy your day, guys. Thanks all of you guys.